Joining me is Finn and Matt. Now, Finn is 2. He was 2 in February, but at the start of June contracted meningococcal septicaemia. Matt, can you tell me what happened?
Oh yeah, he woke up at 5 AM, happy as Larry, his normal usual smiling self. He went back to sleep. He woke up an hour and a half later and he had no energy. He was really floppy, being sick. Finn is very energetic. He doesn't do the sitting down and watching TV. He'd rather be running around playing, etc, etc. His mum rang me at work, so we said about getting the doctor to the doctors. We had an appointment at 11 o'clock at the doctor, so we took him down. He got diagnosed with tonsillitis, but the doctor then realised his lips were quite blue, so he said a 5% chance of sepsis. So with that, he's got the ambulance and sent us to Hereford A&E, where they give him antibiotics and took him upstairs for a little check-up once over. They also thought it was tonsillitis. He had 3 little spots on his chest, but normal, didn't look anything bad or anything like that. By 2 o'clock there was about 7 doctors, 8 nurses in the room rushing round, told us that he had meningitis. So the antibiotics killed the meningitis, but then obviously that turns poisonous, leading to the septicaemia. They put him in an induced coma, took him away. 6 o'clock we got called downstairs for the ambulance that was going to take us to intensive care in Stoke-on-Trent. His body just totally changed. He was covered in red spots all over his body. They came so fast. Him being in a coma, we went up to Stoke-on-Trent. The doctors and surgeons, whatever up there, said that they didn't tell us till after, but that they couldn't see him living very long. They didn't think he was going to survive. He did. He fought and he kept going. 12 days later, they sent us to Birmingham Burns Hospital because the red marks turn into like the burny scabs. He was okay in himself. His fingers and toes started to go black, leading to his whole foot. Last week he had to have all his fingers and thumbs amputated, both of his feet. It upset me and his mum. As soon as I see him after the op, I pulled the sheet off and I just burst into tears. This little man looked up at me, gave me a smile and a hug. Same with his mum, and it was that made us realise if he's okay, we can be okay. He's one tough, strong little man. It hasn't bothered him, but it's just bad how fast it reacts. The amount of people that have said to me that if they'd have seen that, they'd have just given him some Calpol and put him back to bed. Thank God. We realised it was a lot worse than that, and we got him sorted in time.
You're looking to raise £10,000. What would the money be used for?
Now he's going to be disabled. He's going to need false legs, wheelchair. We'd like to get a nice wheelchair for him. You know, everything he's been through, he deserves something a bit special. He shares a room with his brother at the minute, so we're looking at moving house, redecorating, getting him a brand new lower bed for him to be able to get in and out of, new furniture. Basically it's all stuff to aid little man in anything he needs, not just now but later on when high school, primary school, so on and so forth. That's it. It's just to aid little man as much as we can when we can.